tuning in to the 4th episode of the Good Works Grow podcast with your host, Colin Thomas, with my username down below. But I have my fellow brother here, my author, my brother, Jose Thomas. My iPhone, but Jose Thomas III, you know, everybody shout out to you, man. So give a little intro and tell the people who you are, man. Let me know.
Jose Thomas III, author, writer, coach, educator.
Yes.
Man
of many talents. Many talents.
I do a little here and there. I do what I do.
Right. We always like to have somebody on the podcast, you know, somebody that's like doing something. And I mean doing something where it's in the community, you know, within a family, within, you know, just their personal self, you know, whether it's personal growth or whatever you need to whatever catalyst you need to, you know, grow in your life, whatever that is. You know, I just want to, you know, exemplify that here. So I appreciate you for coming in, man, and stopping by. You know what I'm saying? You know, coming in, stopping by. So, you know, last time we had an audio, you know, episode 3 was talking about love, and then you was in the first episode. What people don't know, you guys can tune into YouTube at Good Works Pro. But we definitely want to have you back because you start off, we talk about Toxic podcast, and then we started having Toxic Part 2 with a special guest, and then we got into the audio that talked about love. But today, I want to talk about something totally different. But before we dive in, you know, I said this is an author, so we do want to shout him out and, you know, shout out his business and, you know, talk about that. So, you know, tell everybody about your book, man. You know, talk about that, you know, about La Vasta. Something they got a big roaring lion on there. He not a Leo, but you know what I'm saying. But it's tell us more about that. Tell me about your book.
La Vasta is my first. It's my first fiction book, but it's my fourth book overall.
Fantastic.
It took three plus years as far as editing, writing process, starting over, deleting chapters. As far as also peer feedback. You know,
how you wrote it? Like, I mean, so were you writing it? When I think about somebody writing a book, I'm like, they writing on a piece of paper, or you writing it on the computer. Like, how do you actually write a book? Like, how do you do it? I mean, for you, because you young, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, for somebody that's out there aspiring to do it, like, how did you even write that to even take, you know, that 3 years? Anyway.
I did it really in a couple ways. As far as notes on my phone, writing pen and paper, not pencil and paper. I did pen and paper,
right,
as well as my MacBook.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
So and I just compiled it. Then what didn't work is what didn't work. You know, I threw it out. No
quick.
With no second guessing.
With no second guessing with that.
The thing is, with the book, La Vasta,
right,
I want to make sure when the reader reads it, they have a healthy escape from reality. You know, they go in, they're there, they see it. Whether it be third person or first person, they feel like that's them.
Wow. So, I mean, all right, so La Vasta is a book, I mean, short read. You know, I kind of dived into the book myself, and it's a fiction book. I'm not really into fiction, but it's something that's a fiction book that, with a roaring line on it, they already caught my attention. The first verse, like with the mouth roaring open with La Vasta written in the middle of it, you know, I'm saying, okay, I'm ready to dive in and see what adventure it has. You know, last time I seen the line, it was like Narnia. So I'm thinking in my mind going to that. So knowing that it was something like a fallen angel and coming in with like not a religious take, but a take of thought. Take off a thought, you know, bring you to a different light. But I ain't gonna say too much. I just want to you know, shine light on the book. You know what I'm saying? I want you guys to, you know, tune in and let them know where they can find this book, La Vasta, and just let them know where they can find this before we dive in.
You can find it on Amazon for sure. Also, if you follow me on Instagram or my YouTube channel, you can find it on there as well in my bio.
Right.
All right, La Vasta, Lavosta. And if you Google it, you're gonna see everything La Vasta.
Right. Right. Just type it in. You know, Good Works Pro, Jose Thomas, La Vasta. Type it in on Amazon, Google, YouTube, any and all platforms. I think you'll be able to find, you know, any type of reviews and see exactly what you guys to dive in. But man, I appreciate you for having me, man. It's been a long time. It's been a good time. I think the people needed it though. You know, I had some few people asking like, man, when you gonna get back on the podcast and when you gonna, you know, let people know about some stuff. But I said, hey, when I do things, I wait on God's time, and I wait on when it's right. You know what I'm saying?
It has to go.
It has to go. When you can actually feel that, you know, when you feel it, I'm not gonna force it for, you know, a like or a review or even monetary gain. I want to really do it when I feel it. So I feel like this time now, people need to grow. You know, I'm growing in life right now. Like I've had some blessings with, you know, the business and many people I've met before, and even with the jobs and stuff like that. So I appreciate you all first, and even yourself. So man, it's just good. It's just good. It's a good day. Ooh. It's a good day. You know what I'm saying? Back in the time we couldn't say that thing. So let's go back. You know what I'm saying? Oh man. But anywho, we want to talk about what we're going to talk about today, guys. Just so you guys can tune in. We want to talk about big family. A lot of people doesn't, you know, or do not have a big family. They probably don't even know the definition of a big family. And since Jose Thomas, as you know, I'm Colin Thomas. He is a family member of mine. Man. So he's this is a first cousin. This is first cousin. So you know what I'm saying, first generation type stuff. And we just want to talk about a big family. So my definition of a big family is what we have. Like the Thomas family is huge. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like, every school I went to, I had two or three cousins that I'm related to. Man. A mom or a cousin working in the office, cafeteria, somebody there, not always administration, but some way, somehow you related to somebody that I found down the line. It's first cousins, you know, second cousins, 30, 50 to 100 people at family cookouts and stuff like that. Like that was just a life. Man. You know what I'm saying? That was a life. I remember some times. I don't know. You can probably chime in, but bro, I remember every time at grandma's house, sitting out there with the big tree in the field, with the little big acorns. Everybody just throw it at everybody's head. You know what I'm saying? Just having those running away from your cousins, even though it was like a little feared thing, but at the same time, you still love that time, because you know I'm gonna see some people I haven't seen in a long time.
Them crab apples.
Yeah, them crab apples. Cool. Whatever that's a crab apple tree. That's what that was. I don't know what it was. Them big fig, acorn like pecans were about yay big, but it was ready to knock you in your head with them. My older cousin, shout out to Marcus. I'm gonna put your name out there. Yeah, I know you watching. Yeah. Shout out to Marcus. You know you was part of the crew that Marcus and Tony. Y'all part of the ones that y'all was active with the throwing. And them boys baseball players. Them boys track stars, baseball players. They ain't missed your head or nothing like that. Them boys athletic. See, and that's another thing. We got a big family where everybody played a sport. It wasn't any of them that was like, yeah, he just an inside
guy. Everybody was athletic.
Everybody.
That's the thing. So big families. Right. My definition, his definition, the same. The thing is, our cookouts, I'll never forget one summer we had cookout just about every weekend.
Every weekend.
And I think it probably more summers than that, but we were so used to having cookouts just about every weekend.
It was so normal.
Our grills, like those grills you just get in the regular store, we didn't have that. We have still to this day a big grill that was welded together in order to cook a lot of food for our family, just because our family is that big.
Too big.
We so used to, even now, we so used to buying everything in bulk.
Sam Club members.
Yeah.
We probably Sam Club like them AAA members. We've been there since. We had crawfish boys. Like we wasn't used to paying for crawfish. I didn't know about buying crawfish from all these people, all these crawfish stands when we were growing up. I don't remember none of that.
No, 2 sacks. No, we got like 4-5 sacks of crawfish that's getting eaten.
Long,
33
person
plus pounds.
Yeah, 33 plus pound shack. Them big purple and green sacks that you seen a long time ago. Man.
Crawfish, shrimp, crab, potatoes, mussels, down home smoked sausage.
Down home all the time. Not that Dewey sauces or whatever else that y'all been making. No offense to anybody that does that, but down home sauce is the only thing that we was doing.
And that was just a crawfish bowl. But see, even with the crawfish bowl, we'll have ribs, we'll have steak, we'll have a brisket.
True.
We'll have corn, we'll have hot dogs, burgers.
Anything that you can think,
oh my goodness.
It just always felt like a family reunion. It's like our grandmother had 12 kids, you know what I'm saying? One of them passed at birth, so 11 that was alive and well, and they all pretty much, except my father, pretty much had about 5 kids. So, and that those 5 probably had 2 or 3 to 5 to even up to 8 kids. So At that moment, we just over there multiplying and multiplying. We over there like ants and roaches. At this moment, okay, there you go. Since the first time you want to claim that you got zero, ain't nobody trying to give in.
I got zero.
But anywho, that was a big family. Like, crawfish boils, foods and steaks and stuff like that. We're not saying that it was no bragging thing to say that, oh yeah, we had a lot of money. No, everybody was putting together. If one person know how to cook, everybody was bringing that food into one storehouse. His father, and he was cooking that food, or my father, we was cooking that food, and we had to clean up the mess and do all that
Take
pick
out
up
the
and
trash
clean
in the
up.
middle of everything, bro.
Man, that was a whole different
Going
thing
to
for a
the- man.
family. That was a big family. It's good and bad. You know, we always had a thing of a comfort of knowing always you had somebody.
Bro.
You know, you always had something to eat. You know what? We always had a grandma or cousin house you can go to that you had a full fridge you can always go into like with no question asked. We never had that big axe. You got to ask to go in here or knock on the door type thing.
Even now though, I asked grandma, I can go. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Hold on in there. Going on.
My bad, grandma. I just,
I'm going in there, grab that water. I'm grabbing 2 Ozarkas. I'm grabbing some potatoes and stuff.
She
And
got some juice in there too.
And she got some good juice. She got some good juice in there. And a diet some diet drink. She don't supposed to be drinking, but she got some in there. Granny don't supposed to be drinking that, but she got some in there she supposed to be drinking. But
I
anywho,
don't know who buy it. I ain't gonna
Man.
say my name.
I ain't gonna call that, but I know. Uncle Willie. Yeah. I'm not just saying your name, man. This is my podcast. But anyway, on the Grow podcast, you guys got to grow. So I want you to know, like, I don't know what definition of big family is for you, but for me, again, it's a big comforting thing to have somebody that you can always call on when you're in need, when your car break down, when you need help on the bill or something like that, or you just need something to eat or someplace to stay. We had a big family, so it's always someplace to go. So it's a different type of support or different type of feeling. You know what I'm saying? When you kind of walk around, it's like you already know you got somebody in the corner, so you don't have that. I don't know how it is for anybody else, but you don't have that fear or no. You kind of walk with your chest up, chin up, chest out, because you know.
And you said something right there, support.
Yeah.
That's something that runs deep, and not just. And when we say, right now, since support and family, my family expanded outside of just my blood family.
True.
So my family ended up expanding to, Cedar Grove, Queensboro, North Side of Shreveport, Cooper Road, Allendale. You know what I'm saying? My family just continued to expand with all the people I met, and our family has given support. But I've received more support, honestly, from my extended family that I've met and grown to, grown with, from elementary to high school and college.
Right.
And that's, we went, the people that I now call family, we went through a lot of hard times together. I'm not saying my people weren't there. I'm saying during those hard times, and it's a bunch of things I'm not going to speak on, but.
Of course not.
You know what I'm saying? We was going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? We was going through a lot.
Life happens. Life be lifing.
Especially in college.
Man.
Life got some. Look,
when 18,
life got a stage. I never choked. Man,
I never choked.
If life came with stage time,
I never choked.
Oh my God.
I never choked. The line of the time. I swear, like you say, like life is. When you talk about family again, like extended family, the people I went through. That's like what people call, most definitions I heard of our generation from 18 to 30 years old. Most people are saying that family is like the people they went to school with, battle in the trenches that we played ball, we balled, played ball with. Some people family, some people weird, their exes, you know what I'm saying? They still have, you still have family. Not too weird on me, on my end, but I say some people had connections with folks. You know what I'm saying? That you cross paths from jobs, from school, from study partners, from just bumping into at that line every time you order that same meal from that place. And you just establish a connection where you seen them in the place and they came through. And that'd be like, instantly. When you come through for me, man, you all automatically get your family card. Like you are, oh yes fam. Like you came through that one time, it's like, you didn't have to do that. You ain't had to be that good, but just for you doing that, bet I got you. I got something for you. I got you forever, and you don't even know it. You
that's-
don't even know I got
bro.
you. But we treat everybody like family. Like once they see you, like, man, what's going on? Yeah, you can come over. Yeah, you can do this. Like we just, I don't know. That's how we're raised. When you come with a big family, you just come with big love, man. I got big arms.
That's
for you.
like when
come on, man. You know,
come to the house,
come to the house,
bro. Don't act. What you
Come chill.
asking me for, man? Go in there, grab
Yeah,
a plate.
stop
Go.
acting all nasty, regardless
Talking
of
about
your family or not. Yeah,
sit
yeah.
up like this,
Sit,
everybody-
you gotta sit straight like you have a military fall. You know what I'm saying? But support goes a long way though. Support goes a long way, and like we was piggyback on like toxic relationships that we talking about and toxic things in the previous podcast, and you know, and just love in the next podcast. Support in the family has eliminated and kind of negated a lot of stuff like that in my life. You know, because when I was going through anything, when I needed to grow in life, I always could lean on family, whether it been extended, especially them extended bros, you know, brothers I even met through you. You know, I'm like that. Shout out to some of the people. Shout out to Dorothy, you know, my cousin, and shout out to Nate. You know what I'm saying? Always been a lending hand. You know, Trey the Bell. Trey the Bell always came in, you know, came with food. Shout out to Robert, you know what I'm saying? People always came out to, you know, just had a lending hand. Sometimes some advice. Sometimes you can call on. You just got through getting into you with a silent treatment with your girl or something like that, and you say, man, I'm gonna finally call somebody. You call that guy, and he don't say nothing but, hey man, did you put that parlay in? And he's like, man, I just need to talk to somebody. You know, so I don't know. Support goes a long way, and it's got me farther. So if I tell anybody, that's the best way to grow. If you want to grow in yourself, get you a support system. Get you some family, you know, join our family, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, you know, get you somebody that support you, you know, in your, whether it's career, relationship, business, whatever it is. If they support you in any type of form or fashion, I think that should be your family. You know, you should show love to them and then eliminate any toxicity. That's what I think, you know. That's how I feel, you know.
That's one thing I have seen too. Shout out to, you know, shout out to my professor, man, he rest in peace.
Yeah.
But he's one of the ones that, as a matter of fact, he's the one that gifted me my MacBook.
Oh yeah, I remember this. I remember this story.
Bro, a lot of the work that I've done so far, and something that I you know, just won't mention, but a lot of the work I've done is literally, you know what I'm saying, credited to him and his wife being able to bless me
For
with
no,
my, you know what I'm saying, with my
they
laptop.
had no reason,
Bro,
no application for this,
nothing.
nothing. This was just out of God's will and happenstance. That I remember your face when you said, "Bro, I was talking about this,"
man,
and then God provided. Like I remember, like I see it, like they don't know, you know what I'm saying? But I know though, I know.
Never forget that, bro.
Man.
I never forget that, bro.
Shout out to the fam.
I ain't gonna lie to you, man.
Shout out to the family, man. Shout out to the fam. You know, I shout out to some people too, man. I gotta, you know,
look, come up on 10 mil. I promise somebody. Look,
somebody gonna get blessed.
Somebody gonna get that wire.
Man, you already know how it is. So, anything you want to say to the people on the Grow Podcast on episode 4, talking about big family, you know, just let them know. Let them know what you got.
Just do what you gotta do, man. Do what you gotta do. Those dreams you're scared to chase, those things you're scared to put out, the material, content, video, those things, do it. You know, never be afraid to express yourself, because I promise you, you're scared of embarrassing yourself, or quote unquote. It's really an ego thing. Nobody's really focused on you like that.